Welcome to an introduction to Pure for new researchers at Bond University. Bond University uses the Pure Research Management System to showcase the wonderful accomplishments of our research community via the Bond Research Portal. The extent of our international research collaboration can be appreciated through this interactive map. Each circle represents a place of collaboration which, when hovered over, displays the number of institutions and the number of outputs. Information like this comes from content held in the Pure system. Not only is Pure the university's open access repository for research output, Bond researchers can also use Pure to lodge applications for external funding, monitor awarded research projects, apply for ethics, and record research-related activities. It's important to keep your Pure profile up to date, as the university uses content in Pure for external and internal reporting such as government reports, faculty research reports, and your own professional development reviews. The best place to start is by bookmarking the Research Services SharePoint Pure support page. Here you will find comprehensive user guides, helpful videos, and you can also log in directly from this page or request assistance from research or library staff. Once you've logged in by using your staff or student email and password, choose the Personal tab at the top of the page and you will be taken to your own personal overview page. This is where information about your research can be seen, including useful metrics, your profile picture, and a link to your portal profile. Completing your profile is a must to having your research showcased on the portal. Let's do this first. Go to Edit Profile and select Metadata in the left-hand sidebar, so you can see what information is required to set up your profile. The key points and actions in this personal identification template are: enter all your name variants as used in publications and other outputs, enter your ORCID ID and authorize connection to Pure. Once this is done, Pure will push records to your ORCID ID every day. Add a photograph. Add any URLs that you may have to other websites or platforms such as LinkedIn, Twitter, and Google Scholar. Edit your research interests in the profile information field. These paragraphs should be written in the first person. Some of the other fields in this template are automatically populated with information from the HR and Student One systems. Always save your entry after any updates. Check your portal profile from the sidebar. You can turn off citations in the H-index display here if they don't support your discipline adequately, for example, in law. Remember to press Save. Next, let's see the automated search options. On this page, you can turn on automatic feeds from Scopus, Web of Science, and PubMed. ORCID is also an option if you have a comprehensive list and full item records available in this platform. Please note that ORCID records may not be complete, and you'll most likely need to manually add more details, like author affiliations, for instance. The Relations tab takes you to a list of content that is related to you within the system. The Fingerprints tab lists your areas of research and expertise. The system calculates this by how often a topic or term is mentioned. Here we can see the main area of research for this academic. Now let's go back to your main overview page. You will see that on the right-hand side of the page, there are 3 areas to take note of. Firstly, we can see the Add Content button. This is where you can add content to Pure, such as a research output that doesn't come in automatically, or a completed research activity, such as peer review work, membership, or attendance at a conference. Below this is your taskbar. This is where your reminder list is, tasks that require your attention. And below the taskbar are your messages. This is correspondence between you and the administrative team.
The taskbar. If you've set up the automated search option in your profile, you may begin to see a number of research outputs are appearing in your taskbar from your chosen online sources, such as Scopus and Web of Science. To import these outputs into the system, open the list and check that each item is yours and either import it or reject it if it's been wrongly attributed to you. You can import duplicates, especially Scopus records, if you have a Scopus ID. This is because Scopus records also import authors' citation numbers and influences the H-index number displayed on research portal profiles. Library staff will merge any duplicates entered into the system to create the most complete record. Filtering and pinning. If you want to filter your research outputs in any way, you can do this by going to the funnel icon on the top of the page under the search bar and scrolling through the drop-down menu. For example, open access status and peer-reviewed. Once the filter is done, you may wish to keep it active by pinning it to your sidebar, where it will be automatically updated as research outputs are added to your profile. You are also able to download your filtered list to your computer from the options at the bottom of the page. Open access content. Open access content includes the submitted version of works, also known as preprints that haven't been peer-reviewed, accepted versions, also known as postprints that have been peer-reviewed, and published works that are made available under a Creative Commons license, which outlines the terms of reuse. This diagram clearly shows the open access status of each version of work and how it can be shared in the Pure Research Portal, which is a green open access repository. Let's take a closer look at the Add Content button. As mentioned before, this is what you click on when you want to manually add a research output or a research activity. You will also need to use this button if you wish to apply for ethics approval or apply for external funding. Once you have clicked on this button, a submission template will appear. On the left-hand side are the different types of content available to you. Take time to browse through the different categories and templates that are available. For instance, there are many different types of templates in the research output category to account for the very many different types of output: journal articles, book chapters, literature reviews, online resources, such as a blog, for example. Let's look at a template in a little more detail. Journal article, for instance, and run through a brief manual entry where we mainly concentrate on the mandatory fields, those fields marked with a red asterisk. To begin a manual entry, go to the Add Content button in your personal profile page. Then go to the left-hand sidebar and select Research Output +. Select Contribution to Journal and choose Article. The first items you'll see is the publication category and publication status. Research status is essential for internal and external reporting. Education status is for textbooks, and professional is for trade journals and magazines. Choose peer-reviewed for a scholarly work. Enter the date of publication. You can place the title and subtitle into the title field. Then enter the abstract and page numbers. Under Contributors, add every author and their affiliation in the order that appears on the research output. The faculty will be automatically included for you as an author. The managing organisational unit is your faculty, or perhaps research centre. For law, it could be CPLE. There are thousands of journal titles entered in the Pure system. Search and select and add the volume and issue number if available. The next field is important, as this is where you can place the link or DOI to the published version of your work. You can even upload an accepted version of your work and add a Creative Commons license. If you decide to do this, the publisher's copyright policy will be checked by the library team. Visibility of your work on the portal is set to public. You'll see that the status at the bottom of the template is for validation. Save the file and it will appear in your research outputs list and the library's for validation queue. The Scholarly Publications team performs the final check and validates the record before it appears on the public portal. Now we'll look at an open access accepted manuscript. This record, with its attached open access accepted author manuscript version of the article, features download counts, Altmetric Twitter and Facebook mentions, with PlumX analytics showing the number of citations, views, captures and social media interactions for this output. The library team always checks that the author either owns the copyright over the work or has the right to upload a version under the publisher's sharing policy before any work is made public on the research portal.
As you've seen, Pure is a comprehensive research management system that makes recording research outputs and related activities easy and has sophisticated portal design features to showcase your research to the world.
For more guidance on Pure and the Pure portal, don't forget to visit the Pure support site. Thank you for joining us.